Also able to interview as a storyboard artist for the upcoming TV show on Cartoon Network.
Clay,
Yes. Hello.
so what actually made you pursue a career for art?
Career in art. Well, when I was little, my mom was very creative. She was always writing stories, was always drawing herself. So she was very encouraging to me when I was growing up. Always working hard to try and inspire me to draw, to write, do anything creative. So yeah, it was just one of those things where I was just very inspired from a young age, and going on into even elementary school, one of my teachers was the theater playwright in the school, so we were the theater class. And then the teacher after that really also inspired me to draw. On into high school, I did an animation course at the local high school, and I met fellow alumni there who was working at Cartoon Network at the time, who also kept inspiring me, kept encouraging me to keep working, and kept being an artist, and I fell in love with it.
So I heard you went to college. How was your time there?
I'm wrapping up my time in college right now, working on my senior film. It's been a lot of work, but I'm really glad I went, because I probably would be nowhere near as good as I am now if it weren't for going to college. Met a lot of friends there that are in the same, wave of interests that I am. Lots of friends with, love the stuff that I'm doing and talk about it for hours and hours, and it's really nice. It's a good opportunity for you to kind of be completely absorbed in what you want to do. If you want to be an artist, depending on what you want to do, fine art, animation, game art, that's where you find the community that you're looking for if you want to get better.
So what is your favorite type of art?
Oh, animation, definitely. I am an animator by heart. I remember when my cousins came to live with me for a little while. One of them brought a copy of Adobe Flash, and that was sort of my first introduction to animation software. And I was probably about 8 at the time, so I have been animating for a long time in terms of just loving the idea of being able to make cartoons move, make pictures move. It's always been fascinating to me. So.
Now, I actually have this thing right here,
Okay.
which is your old drawing.
Oh no! Oh,
yeah.
I was not prepared for this. Okay.
It's actually
this is a massive box filled with tons of my old sketchbooks, and I guess I'll show you. This is if I just pull a couple out here. This is probably how many? This is like less than half of what's in there, but this right there is probably about maybe less than 2 years of drawing. This is and I never would always, it wouldn't just be sketchbooks. I would always draw on just random pieces of paper. I would doodle in class all the time. All my notes from junior high to high school, all very doodly, filled with drawings here and there. I did lots of digital art. I had a tablet when I was about 14, so a lot of digital art, stuff like that. But I mean, this looks like a lot, but honestly, this is less than half of what I would go through in about a year. So, yeah, this is lots of old sketchbooks, lots of old drawings, but yeah, looking back on these now, man, I've seriously improved since then. But yeah, that's crazy. I still have all this.
Sorry, I'm wondering this. Since you have all of these ideas, if you could make a TV show, what would it be about?
That's a large question. I wrote a lot of ideas when I was younger. I've always was coming up with story ideas in general. So I think now, looking back on what I wrote when I was a kid compared to now, I really love shows, for instance, like Steven Universe, shows that are very much about letting encouraging kids to express themselves, to be creative, to not worry about what people think about what they do. Just allowing kids to be very feel accepted, to be who they are. Stuff like that. It's not so much nowadays when I think about what would I make in a show. like the specific content so much it is like the themes behind it, making shows that would, let kids feel like they can be who they are and they don't have to feel like that's a shameful thing to be. If you're a nerd, if you're a little bit weird, like embrace that. That's awesome. Be something weird, be something new. That's something that I think is such a fun, interesting thing to explore in media nowadays, and we're seeing it more and more.
Yeah. Okay, this is a final question.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to be working at Cartoon Network?
It's been harrowing so far because, like I said, I am still finishing up my senior year at school, so I am juggling the two at the moment. But it's been a blast so far. Cartoon Network was definitely at the top of my list for places that I wanted to work once I graduated. I got in there out of sheer luck for the most part. It was the right place, the right time, met the right people. That's a tip for you out there. Network. That is definitely something you need to do if you're going to be specifically an artist in any field, because it seems like there's a million artists out there, but it's a very small world actually. So it's all about who you know. People know everyone. You meet someone and it's like, oh yeah, I know them too, or oh yeah, I'm friends with them too. So it always pays to try and make friends wherever you can. Don't burn any bridges. Always try and be, don't be a jerk. That's basically all the advice I have to give. But yeah, so just if you have good work, if you work hard, you'll make friends, and hopefully one of them can pitch you a job like I got. So but yeah, Cartoon Network is a fantastic place to work. It's really fun, really interesting building. It's got lots of interesting perks. There's a pancake machine. There's a cereal bar. We have the Coke Remix machine with the 150 flavors of soda, any kind you want. The building itself, there's always just stuff constantly going on. The first day I showed up to work, they had a free ice cream truck in the alleyway parked. So it was one of those things where you get off and you're like, okay, it's time to work, and then they're like, oh no, there's ice cream, and you're like, okay, ice cream, okay, and then we'll get to work. So it's they're constantly doing stuff for the employees, so it's really fun. But it's a cool place to work.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me interview you, and have fun doing what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. For anyone out there, just work hard, do good work. If you're into art, draw a lot. Yeah, and just don't be a jerk. Work hard, make friends. You'll make it. It's simple as that.